Let's go back in time, Carrie.
Okay, Joe.
I remember just leaving my 20s. I was working here part-time. And I'm like, let's do a bike ride for St. Joe's. I'm off in the summer because I was a high school science teacher. My wife was pregnant with our son, Joey. And Go Joe 1 started later that year. Isn't that nuts?
Go Joe 1.
And now we're on 29.
Wow, you're old.
No, I'm a 60-year-old hack with gray hair. She's right. I'm an old guy now. But I'm still going to do the bike ride this year, so it's going.
You're hardcore.
How do you feel about this?
Man, I could barely keep up with you when I did it.
She did it with me along with a couple other WNP personalities, but you're one of the only ones, maybe Reagan Medji too, that actually did a bike ride.
Yeah, I did like 40 miles with
Yeah,
you.
for the other ones, it was like just 2, 3, 5 miles for TV.
Or a block.
This girl kicked butt. So I remember doing that with you.
That was fun.
10 years ago.
10 years ago,
Woo,
yes.
baby. So we're going to do it again this year. And of course, for the 250th, I'm starting out in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
So we're going to start in Philly. I'll spend the whole first day visiting historic sites, but I hope to end up in the viewing area doing 2, 3, 4 days, spinning back and forth. And the weird part is, Carrie, I'm not making this up. And I know it's probably brain erosion. I still feel exactly the way I did when I was in my 20s.
Really?
Nothing has changed. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
But I wonder if like 80-year-old people say that and 90-year-old people say that. Is it just...
But when you're on the bike, is it you get tired easily?
No.
No?
Like right now I feel like I'm 18.
Well,
Don't
hey,
you feel like you're 18?
certain days I do.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm not working this shift.
These are all the fine sponsors and groups and organizations that are helping out St. Joe's by making a nice donation. So we appreciate them. And without them, the bike ride wouldn't earn as a small percentage of what it does now. And it all goes to St. Joe's. So I'm going to do this, Carrie. I'm going to do it. Late July.
All right.
Late July. All right. It's in the 40s and 50s now. Let's be honest. Don't play fake for TV.
Okay.
I want you to describe your perfect weather day, because I bet yours is different than mine. Here we go. Perfect weather day. Wait.
Why are you walking away? Oh, you're going to sit and
It's going to take a while, I have a feeling.
No, it's not going to take a while.
Or a perfect weather day.
I don't like a lot of humidity, maybe like, I don't know, just under 80 degrees.
Under 80, so you would like 78 maybe? So?
Like 78 maybe.
Temperature, what are you talking about?
Temperature.
Okay, temperature 78.
Not high humidity,
But you want some? Or do you want bone dry air?
Just a little heat.
Just a little.
Little like hair frizz, you know,
Yeah.
not a lot.
Now, do you want a long daylight or do you want shorter daylight? Do you want?
Well, with this shift, shorter, but like normally I want a long daylight because you
Long
want to be
daylight,
out
right.
and watch the sunset at like 8 something.
Total blue skies, or do you want some clouds at times? What do you
Like a
want?
few couple clouds, but nothing too crazy.
Okay, so today may not be her perfect day.
No.
Everyone's different. For me, it would honestly be about 90.
Okay.
Higher humidity, not too high. Total sunshine, but I like that murky sun when it's red in the sky and there's haze everywhere. But today, I think for most people is going to be the perfect day. Right around 80, low humidity, and no clouds at all. And a long daylight. The sun doesn't go down these days till like 8:30.
Oh.
So it's like the perfect day for some folks. Lows tonight in the 50s, which means it's not bad at night. You leave a window open. And there is Bucknell University.
Oh, look at that gorgeous view.
Another thing is when you think of summer, you think of out of school. Do you realize that the high school students, they're not out in elementary school students until probably this week or next week? That's when summer begins for them.
Yeah.
I know colleges are out, but the point is, when you were in high school, busting out the second, third week of June, isn't it a great feeling?
Oh, yeah. School's out for summer.
School's out, Alice Cooper. So that's all happening in the next couple of weeks. So best day, total sun today, low humidity, warm, and the length of day is nice and long. So what you get today is total sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. The last few days, partly sunny at times. The cloud comes in, you're like all of a sudden chilly. Then the sun comes back out. Not today. Total sunshine. Tomorrow, why isn't Carrie saying, well, tomorrow's going to be a perfect sunny day? But tomorrow, 85. So now it's getting too warm for some people, right?
Yeah.
The complainers start coming out in the nooks and crannies. So it looks great, dry, all the way through Saturday morning. All right, got a great pointing picture here for you, Carrie. When are you going to wear these things? This is what I want.
Tell you what, I think soon.
Soon.
Soon, yeah. I found the shorts. I found the shorts.
Mindy has her tutu on back order. So we're getting this whole thing set up that we're going to dress like that.
I like how I am donning wedding rings or something. So.
Whatever. And you got the fanny pack there.
I love fanny packs.
We don't look
saying.
as good as this group right here. So
Wow.
these are the double R twirlettes. They've been selected for America's 250th in Philly, July 3rd. They're going to be there.
How cool
performing.
is that?
Right? And they raised almost 10 grand for St. Joe. So
Wow.
thank you, ladies. What I'm going to do is use your baton
Okay.
to illustrate what's happening. So look, when the jet stream bends up like this, everyone in it gets beautiful weather. When it sags down, you get conflict and uplift and rain and thunderstorms. We're right on the edge of the nice stuff. But notice it's not here yet, right? Well, today, tonight, tomorrow, it builds over us. So now it's here. And it's going to last through Friday into Saturday. But then the baton is going to crash down on us. So this represents a front. That'll be here Saturday night into Sunday. And that means we get showers. So just in time for the weekend, I'm sorry to say. So here's how it looks. Today sunny, tomorrow sunny, Friday sunny, but getting humid. And then here comes that front. I think Saturday in the morning is going to be dry, Carrie, but by late in the day, scattered showers and thunderstorms. And then they will linger into Sunday. So get ready for a showery weekend, especially late Saturday and Sunday. But look at temperatures on Friday.
Oh, look at that. Toasty.
Too warm for some. This is what I like. This is my perfect day. Saturday, also in the 80s, and then Sunday, back to the 70s. So, did I mention best day of the year?
You have. It is.
More humidity Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Those showers late Saturday and Sunday. Poke and pondering. Take it away, Carrie.
I'm poking. Right? Is that what you want me to do?
I don't know.
Because Chris is going to wrap it up soon.
Be honest with this. Do you think we had more days above 80 last year at this time or this year?
This year.
It does seem that way?
I don't know. I'm just taking a guess.
She's just guessing. Anyway, I counted them up. We only had 4 days above 80 to this point last year. We've already had a dozen. So this, so far, spring has been much warmer. So once this big baton leaves, it's going to get nice again next week. Another ridge crests over us, and that means more beautiful weather next week. So even though I'm calling today the perfect day, I see a lot more coming next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I may have to repeat myself.
But I love that, though. I love gorgeous weather.
Except for this and that, everything looks great. And there's some people out there, you know what their perfect day would be? January 25th. I checked the records. High of 16, a foot of snow, and dark at 4:30.
Barf.
You people are sick.
Yeah, very sick.
We'll be
Very
right back.
sick. News headlines coming up after this.